Welcome everybody to another amazing show of Bitcoin Live. Today with me on Sunday is Shankar of Green Earth Blockchain Token Project. Welcome back, Shankar.
Hi Nick, great to see you and very happy to be back on your Bitcoin channel. And it,
It's always
it's
a
been
pleasure.
yeah, it's always a pleasure to you. And also, since the last time we spoke, it's about a month, uh, a little over a month. So we have updates of different types, uh, and in fact, project is now moving forward. So we'll have more and more updates uh, as we move forward between now and December.
Well, that sounds terrific. We always do these update reports every now and then, and I think it was about a month ago that you were on,
Yeah.
and a lot has happened. Yeah, well, let's start with the crypto industry and the markets. Do you think like 16K was the bottom of the market?
Uh, yes, I think Bitcoin has defined 16K in a fairly good way, and it gave a lot of time to people to buy. It was there for several weeks, around 16K, and uh, so we do think that for a year, 16K should hold as a bottom for this year, and the way I see it is that it's not whether it's 16K holding or not holding. Uh, as long as Bitcoin is above 10K, the target remains 100K all the time. So that is how it's set up like that. So it just could we have said before 16K that 16K would be the bottom? No, but we know that below 20K it's support zone, and all the way between 20K and 10K there's a strong support zone, and it just happened that 16K was this final support zone from where it bounced back. It could have been 13K as well. Some of our systems were showing 13K 14K numbers, but that is all subjective. Liquidity is there in the market, so it has moved from 16K. So investors who are looking to buy that, in fact on your side, on your channel I told that there's a strong zone when we were at that level that should be a buying zone. And, so yes, corrections towards 20K are possible because the year is still ahead of us, and this May, June, July, August period is always full of volatility and corrections. So if we do get corrections and we see a sub 20K number, that only means that it's a correction to be used for buying. Uh, None of the things that we have seen have negated the target of 100K, which is still always on.
Well, that's a very good thing to hear. How likely, because some people say that, we could even dive if things get really bad below 10K. Is that very realistic, or do you think that's like a very remote chance
Uh,
or impossible?
no, nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
See, that's what markets have taught us that different scenarios play out. So your question is that can it go below 10K? Probability wise, pure mathematical probability, yes. But that's probably like a 2 or 3% chance. If really things break down everywhere, sure, people will sell Bitcoin whatever they can and release cash for their works or living. So, but thing is that that would again be an opportunity to buy again because it would still go back to 100K.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, the long prospect, it doesn't change the long prospect. Bitcoin is
Now,
not going away.
no, Bitcoin is not going away. In fact, each passing month, each passing quarter, it's getting adopted more, getting more entrenched as as a financial alternative system. So that part is strongly playing out, and it just gets stronger. So yes, in that sense, people who are interested in buying Bitcoin should be using all corrections, and I think that those who have done have consistently seen the benefits of that as well. Yeah.
We're going to talk more about this in our next show later today with AMX's, the trading algorithm that you created. So yeah, let's move on to Green Earth blockchain project. How are the developments and the updates going along?
Yeah. So yes, Green Earth project has been now getting under the development phase. Our main development is happening on Ganga project, which is our e-commerce partner in India, and that is where we expect a vast majority of our users to come from. So Ganga project, the e-commerce platform development is almost complete. Currently, the team is developing the Android and the iOS versions of the app, and within that also there are two apps being developed. One is the app for the users that is already ready, but there's another app meant for the administrators. It's called, let's say, the admin app. That is under development currently, and it may take another 3 weeks or so to complete development. Currently, the product loading on the e-commerce app is already uh, about to start now. So that was like the last step before we go live. So the product loading will start probably from next week, and that will take about 3 weeks in itself. Then we will have about 100 to 120 products at the point of go live. Go live currently can be expected around towards the end of June, about a month from now, and the integration testing with between Ganga project and Green Earth blockchain is underway currently, and that should also complete maybe by next week. So the integration testing will prove that the way we have anticipated or envisaged our model to work when customers will buy the food products or any products, natural products through Ganga e-commerce platform, they will get tokens, and not only the buyers but the entire chain that is involved till the farmer at the back end will get tokens, GEBT tokens. So that model, the testing will work, and once the testing is completed, it's underway currently. The progress it's in progress. So then we know that the system is ready and working, and then whenever Ganga is ready to go live with its products and the apps, then the first buyers will start coming onto Ganga
Yeah.
from the existing base of customers that are in our network, the e-commerce customers, and so we will have the actual system taking off.
So June, July is a very important period.
Yes, yes, we are expecting in June, by end of June should go live. It was actually planned for end of May, but the app, we have added some extra scope in. Initially, it was just going to be one user app, but the requirement came out to also have a app for administrators on, because they will also be on the field with their phones and not laptops.
Yeah.
So that's taking that extra time, but I think it's worth it because it the app users and various validators and administrators, they'll be all over on the field across India. So it's good to have that right from the word go, and it will make the
Yeah.
system better for everybody. So that's the setup in project development. So we are getting very close to go live now.
So the things are looking very sunny, and there's always unexpected delays. That is normal in
Yeah,
such a.
development side, in between, for example, Algo Explorer, which is the lead blockchain explorer, the main blockchain explorer of Algorand blockchain, they gave out a notice saying that from 15th of June, their APIs will not be available anymore for the data exchange that we had, and we had built the blockchain, greener blockchain system using their API. So we also had to shift that to another API provider. So these things keep coming. I think that's part of the layout in any project in software. But the aim is that we need to go live, and so we'll have full 6 months this year, the second half, to grow the project and show to the world, the users, how they are coming on board, how everybody in the chain, the entire supply chain, is getting the tokens, and that I think will show the model to everybody.
Yeah, to fine tune it. And then what are the plans for listing the GBT token on exchanges?
Uh, Currently, we have the token listed in uh, two centralized exchanges, Windex and Dextrade. And Dextrade is where the main volume growth is planned for. And so we do have a plan to list in more exchanges this year. The first immediate exchange that we want to go, next one is called P2B. We are already in discussions with them, and we would at sometime in the next few weeks or maybe a couple of months, we'll be there in that exchange as well. And currently discussions are on with a few potential investors who want to join us. And if those things work out, then we will also be going forward and listing the GEBT token on one of the top exchanges called Gate. It's a top 10 exchange, gate.io. So we have a plan to go there and list that. Once we are there, then that will make GEBT token quite visible in terms of trading volume as well as token profile to a much larger uh, pool of crypto traders and investors.
And then how do you plan to grow the trading volume?
See, trading volume it requires users and organic users who are interested in participating in the project, in supporting the token. Initially, we are expecting a few investors to come on board, and so that capital required to make a higher trading volume is possible through the capital that we get from investors. Basically, there are two components here. One is liquidity. We need to have at least one exchange where it's very liquid, the token. And currently, that exchange we have planned to be the DEX Trade exchange, and we plan to make that liquidity go up to 500K daily trading volume per day, if possible, even higher towards 1 million. So our goal uh, is to have a 1 million USDT per day trading volume on GEBT across the exchanges, because that's also the minimum requirement for us to get the ranking for the token at the current market cap. So that is also like a minimum threshold that we have put for ourselves. It's a threshold that we have to reach in order to justify this current token price and market cap. And so we are discussing with investors for that purpose. And within that, the DEX trade is where we want to scale up the liquidity to the max first. So we have talked about other exchanges like P2P and Gate. They will come a bit later, but DEX trade is already the one exchange where we have set up the token correctly and can just scale up in volume, because everybody, all investors would like a minimum impact on buying and selling. So that is when the trading volume can grow. Once they see a very liquid place for buying and selling, that is when they can take the decision of entering and exiting without any large hit due to illiquidity. So that liquidity has to be improved. For that, we require capital. And second thing is just the organic growth of user base. We are expecting that by the time we reach 100K GBT users, about 80%, 75 to 80% will come from the actual Ganga project customers, e-commerce customers, and the entire supply chain behind that e-commerce platform. And around 20 to 25% users may come from the crypto world, who are traders and investors of different sizes, based on what they are seeing about the project. So they may not be linked to the Ganga project such at all, and they will be pure crypto or users. And so we are expecting that. And to facilitate that adoption, we also have planned an airdrop of about 25,000 users over a 3-month period. And that is subject to us getting the necessary capital, because we have to fund that with the capital. And so that also, if things work out as we are planning, it's planned for the second half of the year, uh, where we airdrop 25K tokens to 25K users and bring them on board. And that's what we have found is a very good way to get the word going.
So and then that takes us to marketing, right? How do you get the customers and the clients involved? What is your approach there?
Yeah, so the first approach is for investors, because we already have a strategic partner in Ganga project as the main e-commerce partner. So they already are like our client number one, partner number one, and large enough to take us to even a million users. So in that sense, our first client is fixed and assured in size and volume. So when our work with Ganga project starts becoming visible and the model is working in front of everyone, then we are expecting that investors who see value in what we are doing, they will start coming on board. And these investors could be just pure uh, crypto funds, or they could be more longer term investors, like investors who are looking at, let us say, some kind of uh, environment driven project which Green Earth ultimately aims to support, or any investor who's looking to support communities and rural communities and their goals. So we expect different kinds of investors to get aligned with us once the model is working and visible to people.
That's awesome. I mean, it sounds like music to my ears, and I know you have put your heart and soul into this project. It's almost like a mission.
Yeah,
So I guess you know the big payoff is the user base growth. How visible is it?
yeah. Um, I think we can bring out the slide I shared with you, because that's a nice way to explain that user base growth. Yeah. So in this, I think currently we are just starting off in terms of the user base growth. Uh, if I can take a minute to explain this chart, a year back we were at the project conception phase, and today in May 2023, we have got the entire setup in place, project ready to go live, and a very good community in place that has also voted for our project to be in the top 5 projects voted by users in the Algorand blockchain ecosystem. So we have a good, strong community, and it will just get stronger from here as the project goes live. And so the user base growth goal for this year, uh, as we reach 31st of December 2023, is to reach 100,000 users. There are 3 milestones, if I can explain. The first milestone is 100,000 users for GEBT token. Once we are there, then we can safely say that our project is fundamentally useful, and it has differentiated itself from a vast majority of crypto projects because they never reach anywhere near 100K users. So 100K users is our first absolute minimum target for this year by December 31st. Then after that, the next milestone will be 1 million users. Because once we are at 1 million users, then we are not only saying that our project is fundamentally strong and useful, our project has also surpassed almost 99% of crypto projects in terms of user base at 1 million, because by that time we are in top 50 market cap ranking as well as top 50 by user base, or even top 25 by user base as of today. So that is the next target, and after that it is a lot of open area in terms of how the project gets adopted by users and how our use cases play out. So, and the next target would be in the range of 5 to 10 million users, because we do have a goal for that, but that's a bit outwards from here. Our two strong user base goals are 100K this year, and sometime in the next 2 years or so 1 million users, because that 1 million users requires a bit of funds to be in place to do the scale up. But we believe that the GBT token is set up in such a way to not only reach 1 million but also reach that 5 to 10 million mark. That's where we'll be in the top 5 along with BTC, Litecoin, Dogecoin.
Wow, that is mind blowing. I mean, you have to really sort of digest that if you're listening to this. Um, so I guess a question would be like, what excites you the most about the project? But I guess it would be getting those million people on board, right? those
Yeah, I
first
think the most exciting part about Green Earth project is that uh, through the token, we would be supporting the genuine producers who often are not able to get the visibility they need because they don't have the marketing strength, and uh, a lot of products we see, they are very well packaged, very well marketed, but they are low on their quality and authenticity. So
yeah.
it's almost like some of those carbonated soft drinks. They're in fact, like, I won't take names, but some of them have 50% of their sales as marketing budget.
Yeah.
So it's driven by a team of marketing professionals, the entire project and product, and they are very good in that. They sell drinks which basically are caffeinated drinks or whatever, carbonated caffeinated drinks in very well packaged cans, but nutritional value is close to zero. But they are very good in marketing. So we are nowhere near that in our goal and setup. Our goal is to have high quality nutrition being produced by genuine producers, and see how we can get that in front of people, and 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 using the GEBT token, if we can reach out and promote all these people, and if and they will keep getting tokens whenever their products sell, because they are part of the chain. And so over a period of time, all these genuine producers of foods and natural products, whether it's herbs, foods, whatever, they would have accumulated some tokens with them. And if GEBT token has high value and liquidity is there, then essentially they have got some extra wealth through the tokens for themselves, for doing that work honestly and correctly. And that is when these people are completely not visible to us, and they would have got the certain gains for doing things correctly. And that would be very, very meaningful, because through the token, we would have traversed the route to very wide range of people who we can't see even today.
Agree. But we also have this very challenging regulatory environment at the moment. I'm not sure how the situation is in India. Do you expect like sort of a pushback from traditional finance, but maybe also traditional industries? And how do you see sort of the regulatory environment for crypto moving forward?
That's an awesome question, Nick. I think, in fact, it's a question that regularly comes in every discussion when we have with anybody involved in any kind of blockchain or crypto project related to India. And GBT is like uh, thoroughly focused on India in its first foundation phase. Uh, so there's no way that our project will escape any of that regulatory work. But the thing is this, that uh, the GEBT token is doing exactly what the government wants, which is to actually empower those who are in the rural communities, as well as the entire uh, food supply chain, which is trying to do the correct thing and trying to fight food adulteration in different ways. So, uh, so in that sense, the beneficiaries of the project in different parts of the country are actually the very people that even the government wants to see as benefiting. So there is a alignment of the end goals. So therefore, we do see that so it's just the mechanics of the instrument as a token, but I think that will play out uh, somehow favorably. It's just a matter of time. Things are getting understood better, and so it may take a few quarters, but it will be okay. And at whichever point that things become more stable, by that time would have been deeply well entrenched already in the system, and our tokens would be going to all kinds of food producers and farmers. And in India, there are various self-help groups. We call them SHGs, and they are
Mhm.
basically rural communities which come together to produce foods and processed foods, and then they sell them with their own brand. Their quality is high, but packaging and all are not very strong compared to, let's say, the frontline FMCG companies, but the products are good quality. And so we will have a lot of them on Ganga project platform. So in that sense, so the Green Earth project is actually supporting, enabling many of these uh, back end rural or people who are creating food products, but they're not able to show them that well today through the existing sites like Amazon, etc. So while our product portfolio will be much smaller than, let's say, what is available on Amazon, but because we can show exact step by step integration till the very source, that is
Mhm.
where it start becoming different. So that's something which is not visible anywhere. But the thing is that if it's useful, then we can expect other people to do the same in the coming quarters and years, but that's okay, we have planned for all that.
And so I imagine the project that it is, you are already in talks with the government and municipalities and provinces and all that, or
Not at the moment. Once it is live, then yes, we will surely have questions, or maybe we will have discussions with people who are interested in using that for their local state governments. People will see the benefits. I think that's very important. A system which is able to give benefits and demonstrate benefits to people on the ground, that will be seen favorably. I think there's no doubt at all in our minds about that. And that's why we believe that uh, with the goals that we have, we will find a common ground with almost anybody in India.
yeah, I think so too. And but sometimes the world works in mysterious ways. Do you think, for example, that whole discussion with commodities and securities when it relates to crypto, would it affect GEBT in any way, or
Uh, that is actually a much more wider topic because they have because every token except, let's say, I think Bitcoin and Litecoin and maybe are called uh, non-commodities, so they are not commodities. So they, even if you're calling our token as a project utility token, if they call it, if they don't accept that definition, because the GBT token is not used as a currency anywhere. It's only meant for the users of the Green Earth project, and it is our aim to use our project income to give liquidity for that token so that they can sell it if they want. But so so we will see. As of now, we believe that our ground is strong, and it is indeed constructed carefully as a project utility token, like many others. So we will see how that evolves. As of now, we believe that we should have no issue on that definition.
so this year will be a very exciting year, and we'll keep doing these updates and as the project goes along and develops and onboards all these people, I'm very excited about it. I'm really curious as how it sort of is going to improve the lives of all these farmers that are trying to get their product on market and to sort of compete with these big multinationals. So for me, that's like for you, that's the most exciting part, to sort of see this project succeed and elevate these people.
Yeah, Nick, if you can go back to that slide once, I wanted to make a couple of points on that one related to, yeah. See, currently we are in May 2023, and our near-term goals are to get 100K users, because that sets the project as a fundamentally strong project, as we discussed in the call. And the other goal for this year is to get the trading volume up significantly from where we are, and add 25 advisors on board, so that we are also creating a Green Earth blockchain advisory board. So for this, we are adding 25 advisors from different parts of the world with different backgrounds, and that will give more strength to the project. And as we discussed in our previous calls, we also have a goal to add 10,000 or 10K validators in India, and these will be based across India, and they will be uh, actively responsible for the quality controls, which are very critical for Green Earth to work successfully. So all these are planned for this year, between now and the next 6 to 7, 8 months. So going into Q1. So somewhere around the list, whenever the listing of Gate happens, that's when the ranking of top 100 ranking will also materialize for GBT token, and that will be the time when it comes in front of all the crypto investors worldwide, because once you're in the top 100 list on crypto coin market cap, that's when the project really becomes widely visible. So we believe that that point would arrive along with the Gate listing.
Yeah, it will take a lot of people totally by surprise, I think.
Yes, but that's okay, because as long as we are doing the work on the ground and the fundamental investors, because our project is also getting interest from investors who are looking at very fundamental things on the ground. So they are the investors who who actually are, let's say, trustees of foundations, etc. They are interested because these goals are aligning with their goals as well. So if we can get some of them, they are people with long term goals like 10-year 20-year views on their projects. Those will be very stable people to have with, and some of them also will be part of our advisory board. So that is what we have as a as our to do, literally the second block in the chart that I showed. If we can go back to that that the second block of bullets is what we are working on currently, and between now and Q1 2024, we aim to get these done. The one particular element which needs to be solved, is not done yet, is the Gate listing, and Gate listing is subject to some new capital coming in, because their listing fees is quite high, and we need that trading volume to be ready for all that. So we need active participation from a couple of new investors on board. Other than that, we are within our existing team and founders, we are capable of getting all the other bullets done. And then the next block of bullets is where it gets extremely interesting, and that is over the next 2 year period, when we are aiming for the listing on Binance. And once we are listed on Gate and we have a ranking in top 100 in coin market cap, the Binance listing will be fairly fast from that point, and it may be happening even sooner than the 2 year period. And that at that by that point, a top 50 rank also will be possible, because tokens typically gain 2 to 3x on listing of Binance. If and we are not planning to sell a lot of tokens, because we have a 20-year horizon for releasing GEBT tokens, just like Bitcoin. So the there is no plan to release any more tokens than what is bare minimum required, because we need to release tokens on a long-term basis for a lot of users ahead. And so with a top 50 rank and a Binance listing, that is when the project would really uh, take off for the next phase. But and that's also the setup, the Binance listing and the top 50 market cap, which also sets us ready for the 1 million users that we had talked about earlier as our next goal. So the current goal of 100K users is achievable by us, by ourselves, but the 1 million goal will require certain group of people to come on board. We are discussing with them, and Binance listing will help us to accelerate that. But I believe that we will reach 1 million users even without Binance listing. Binance listing will help us take us forward to more people, but it can't stop the goals that we have put.
That sounds very exciting. And I'll add the playlist to the YouTube video so that people can also watch our previous calls that we did. And there will
Yeah,
be many more calls going forward because
yeah,
we'll keep updating people on the project. Of course, this is not financial advice, but this is to inform people about the progress of GEBT token. And I think it will be a project that really changes people's lives in a very fundamental way. And I think it will touch everybody's lives, right? Not only the farmers, but also the consumers, and hopefully the world of finance and yeah,
Yeah.
traditional
I think,
business.
I think people will start seeing that truly authentic and genuine food products are not that commonly possible. They are scarcer than what we think. I think that understanding will come, that it takes more effort, and the price behind a truly authentic product is higher than what we can probably think today, because a lot of less good products come forward with marketing and they price things lower and take away the sales, but they're not really authentic and not completely genuine. That part will become clear to people.
Would you also agree that it wouldn't have been possible to create such a project? Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious without blockchain and crypto, but I think blockchain and crypto makes the mission possible, right? It would have been impossible to set up something like this without
Yeah,
these
it's
technologies.
it's yeah. See, the blockchain enables people to see everything worldwide with very granular detail. That we are doing, each step has a reward going out to the users of that step. That could have been done with the non-blockchain token as well. But here, with the project that will be, we are starting with India, but our goal is to have multiple countries. Multiple countries. It will be very difficult if in the older scheme to get all of them on board, get uh, users from all places with the same token, investors from all places with the same token. So a global project like Green Earth really benefits from having a single project utility token called GBT that's on the blockchain, visible to everybody and usable by everybody.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So when can we expect the next update?
Yeah, as we discussed today, towards end June we are planning to go live. So we will surely have a video call around a month from now, around the time of our go live or just at the go live.
So that will be very exciting, a definite milestone and something to celebrate. So I can't wait to have you back on around that period. And
Yeah,
for all the people who are watching, also check out our previous calls where Shankar did other updates and told us other interesting information about the project, how it works, the fundamentals of the token, and keep following us on more updates to come.
thank you very much, Nick. Thank you very much for watching, everyone.
Take care, everyone, and till next time.
Bye.